Let's build a Chrome extension that lets you virtually try on clothes using AI models. I'm going to show you and give you all the code so you can build your own Chrome extension, productize it, and sell it to people. So let me show you. First thing you want to do is you want to come into my repository here where I have all of the code to build a complete Chrome extension to let users try on clothes from different websites. First thing you're going to need is you are going to need API keys because this is, of course, AI, and AI, unfortunately, is not free yet. So you're going to need an API key from OpenAI. You're going to need an API key from Replicate. And if you want to save the files, you're going to need an API key from Simple File Upload. I am the developer and owner of Simple File Upload, so I did provide a demo account here. But if you don't create your own account, they will be deleted. The files will be deleted. All right, so how do we do this? If you haven't made a Chrome extension before, we are going to load it locally so we can play around with it. And I'm going to show you the code so you can hack on it yourself to kind of build out whatever you want. So let's get started. After you have all of your API keys, we're going to go here to Chrome extensions. And we're going to go load unpacked and then link to wherever you cloned my repository. And you should see this almost immediately. So this is the local copy of the Chrome extension. So now let's go back to GitHub, and I'm going to pin this extension because we're going to be playing with it. Next, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to add in your keys to test locally. So if you go into here, this settings page will pop up and you need to enter your Open API key and your Replicate API key. And Simple File Upload if you have upgraded to a paid account and want to save your files. So after that's saved, you should see this How Do I Look Chrome extension. Let's go to a page with a shirt. So here is a page of a woman's shirt, and I'm going to open up the extension. I'm going to upload a new person, and I'm just going to pick this random person here, and I'm going to click Try On. And one of the things you can do while this is working is you can inspect, and what I've done here is I've added the console log so you can see all of the API responses from all the different APIs that we are calling. So this will help you debug and help you kind of make your own thing. So let's take a look at what's happening here. We first upload the file to Simple File Upload, and then we send the request to Replicate. So Replicate requires you send two image URLs, the one you want to try on, and then the person that wants to try on the piece of clothing. So here it is. Look at that. That looks amazing. That's a great model. They even removed the necklace, which is pretty cool. So that's how it works. I'm going to show you some code now so you can see how to hack on it yourself. So here is the code. And again, this is everything I have in the GitHub repo. So there's nothing unexpected, nothing hidden from you. So settings.js, you'll see where you add all of the API tokens. And remember, this is being saved in local storage because we are testing locally. When you deploy this to Chrome, when you deploy this to the big, bad, scary internet, you have to use server-side functions. You do not want to expose your API keys, not even in local storage, okay? So what happens here is the user uploads a photo, and then we upload it to Simple File Upload, and Simple File Upload returns a URL because Replicate expects a URL. So if we go down to the Replicate code, you can see, it's down here, you can see that I have a person image URL, a product image URL, and a current page URL. And I'm getting my Replicate token, and then I'm sending out the request to Replicate API. And we're getting a URL back, that is the image. And another thing to remember is Replicate will delete those images, I believe, every hour. So to close the loop on this, especially if you're using Simple File Upload, which I recommend, you would then upload it using the API to Simple File Upload so you could save it for that user in the back end. And here's where we actually upload the initial user-generated file to Simple File Upload. It's a simple API call, and you get a response, and then you save that response in a URL and feed that into the Replicate API hit the replicate API, get your image back. And then, like I said, you're going to want to save that to simple file upload for your user. So the way this would work as a product is you would have a user, they would have their user-generated content, and then they would have your try on different styles content. So that is a super short overview of how this works. But what's cool about this is Replicate is a really neat service, and they have all kinds of different models. So I used a try-on shirt model, but you can look at different models. You can do try-on clothes. You could do try-on pants, shoes, whatever you want to do. And you could even switch between the models, based on what the user wants. So there's a whole world of possibilities here. This is just one of the really cool things you can do with AI image models. I hope you try it out. I hope you make a lot of money. Good luck.